Today's set review video is dedicated to the ladies out there. First up on the set review for Adventure 1 is Sora Takenouchi and Kari Kamiya. What types of cards do these characters get? Honestly, while there is an argument that Kari has quite a bit of support already between the Mastermon starter decks, BT8 and BT9, Sora is in dire need of some upgrades. Starting off, I'll be covering the full line for Sora before jumping to Kari. Yokomon is another level 2 that makes its appearance, this being its 4th appearance. This Digimon has a simple inheritable of on deletion, return one Digimon with avian, bird, beast, animal, or sovereign in one of its traits from the trash to the hand. Keep in mind, animal excludes sea animal, but overall this helps you recover pieces to recycle for later use. Because it is archetype specific, this isn't quite as useful in a sealed setting, but for competitive play, there are a lot of options. Biyomon on the other hand start of main by trashing one card with avian, bird, beast, animal, or sovereign in one of its traits, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add one red card among them, and then bottom deck the rest. Conveniently, this not only allows you to find Digimon, but your tamers as well. Its inheritable gains you a memory whenever a card is removed from your opponent's security, though this is limited to once per turn. Birdramon, when digivolving, returns one red Digimon card with avian, bird, beast, animal, or sovereign. You know what? I'm just going to say of those traits because that line of text is a little ridiculous. From your trash to your hand, in a way counteracting Biyomon's discard effect. Its inheritable is also identical to its rookie counterpart. But going to Garudamon Ace, I can honestly say that this is the first Garudamon that I honestly love. In terms of effects and synergy, this greatly improves the line already. While the BT13 Garudamon was useful, unfortunately, it didn't play any cost red tamer, which this one does. Other than Blast Digivolving, this Digimon on play when Digivolving may play one red tamer with a play cost of 4 or less. Kamiya, check. Marcus Damon, check. Memory Fixer Marcus? No. But new Sora, excellent. All turns once per turn when your tamer is played, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with blocker. This is honestly really strong against some matchups, notably decks that utilize Mervamon considering it makes a lot of blockers. Finally, phoenixmon makes yet another appearance. Although only a rare, this Digimon has an on-play and on-deletion effect, that if your opponent has 3 or fewer security cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. If they have 4 or more security cards, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Interesting. When Digivolving, you may play one red Digimon with 5000 DP or less, or one red tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. In some ways, you could play red Digimon like even Saberdramon for that raid and retaliation. But for generically playing any tamer, kind of nice. Unfortunately, nothing gives rush to these cards played, which in my mind could be very beneficial. But playing BT1 Kamiya could add those extra checks. Which means there's Twin Wings of Love and Meteor Wing. Twin Wings of Love allows you to play a red tamer with a cost of 4 or less without paying the cost. Then if you have a tamer with Sora Takenouchi in play, return one red Digimon card from trash to your hand. While you could utilize this for other red tamers like Kamiya, Hiro Monokawa, Takato Matsuki, or even Takuya Kembara, staying in the Sora tamers and Biyomon is where this card shines the most. Its security lets you play one Biyomon from hand or trash without paying cost, and then add this card to your hand. But Meteor Wing is the option card that I am greatly interested in. For 4 memory, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 15,000 DP or less. For each of your opponent's security, subtract 2000 DP from the maximum this DP based deletion effect can delete. For Uko Rush, this is going to be mandatory because you can delete even the likes of Deathexmon and Quartzmon, assuming they have 0 memory. The finale to Sora Takenouchi is going to be Sora herself, a memory fixer that has an all turns effect that when a red Digimon is returned from the trash to your hand, by returning this tamer to your hand you may play one red Digimon with avian, bird, beast, animal, or sovereign in its traits, again, excluding sea animal, and 13,000 DP or less without paying the cost. For each of your opponent's security cards, you subtract 2000 DP from the maximum DP you can play. Besides setting yourself to 3, playing free bodies as you whittle your opponent's security is pretty nuts, though it is archetype specific. Moving to Kari Kamiya and Gatomon, Nyaromon returns as yet another yellow egg with the inheritable of when attacking, once per turn by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack, gain 1 memory. Honestly, no idea what utility this can be used for yet, considering it combos well with some phoenixmon cards. That being said, Kiaramon feels superior to this simply for the jamming factor. Salamon has a start of main effect that if you have 3 or more security cards, you may add the top card of your security stack to your hand. If you have 2 or fewer security cards, you may place 1 yellow card with vaccine in its traits from your hand at the top or bottom of the security stack. Continuing kind of what Patamon does, you have only one option to use, not both. Its inheritable provides a DP reduction of 2000 DP when a card is removed from your security stack, but still, I'll need more information from other cards to clear things up. Gatomon has an effect that when an effect trashes this card in the security stack, you may play this card without paying the cost. It also has Barrier, an inheritable barrier with an all turns once per turn effect that gains you a memory when a card is removed from your security stack. Personally, this feels a little gimmicky to set up your security to play a free body in combination with Salamon. Even more so, you lose the opportunity for the inheritables if Gatomon is trashed from the security. However, I'm still going to only give final judgment after going through all the cards. Angewomon follows the same trend as all Ace Digimon so far. Play cost 4 and normal Evo of 3. On play and when digivolving by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. All turns, once per turn when a card is removed from your security stack. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, recovery +1. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Gatomon can be a free body, but Angewomon could blast Evo on that Gatomon for a minus 6000 DP reduction, and then potentially recover 1. With Magnadramon, it has an on-play and when digivolving effect, that by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 9000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Its all turns effect once per turn lets you place any yellow card from your hand at the top or bottom of the security stack if you have 3 or less security cards. Honestly, I'd be okay with this archetype if there weren't so many combo heavy decks that could promote out and just swing for game, because this type of deck is assuming you have enough memory to climb up the full chain and hopefully delete 1 Digimon. Overall, the Digivolution line feels subpar in many ways, but Gatomon, Angewomon, and Magnadramon might be nice things in a sealed setting. For Gatomon's options, Revelation of Light has an effect in security, whether it's trashed or revealed, being its security one. But its main effect is you may search your security stack and play 1 level 4 or lower yellow Digimon without paying its cost. Then shuffle your security stack. If you have a Tamer with Kari Kamiya in its name in play, place this card at the top of your security stack. Security-wise, all of your opponent's Digimon and security Digimon get minus 5000 DP. Honestly though, I'm just not impressed with Kari's support options either. Celestial Era on the other hand, main, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6000 DP for the turn. Then by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6000 DP again for the turn. Effectively, you're doing minus 12,000 damage, or minus 6,000 between 2 targets. But in my mind, Wyvern's Breath is just better. And lastly, Kari returns as yet another memory fixer. When this card is trashed from the security, one of your opponent's Digimon gets security attack -1 until the end of their turn. All turns, when an effect removes a card from your security stack, by suspending this Tamer, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of your opponent's turn. Keep in mind, an effect must remove security, so normal attacks and whatnot don't count. But it makes this Tamer very matchup dependent. Overall, biyomon gets a slew of support that elevates it to new levels, and even in a sealed setting, some of the support cards could be used to play Tamers. But for Gatomon, I'm just not impressed. Generally speaking, what are your thoughts on all of the cards I reviewed over today? Which ones did you like or not like, and why? Let me know, as tomorrow we look at the cards from Matt Ishida and Izzy Azumi. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.